is the Texas weather discussion video for Monday, the second day of October. Happy Halloween month. I'm Donovan Neal. North Texas has consistent weather for much of this week, other than chances for scattered showers and storms Tuesday after midnight into Wednesday morning. And on the tropics, still a little something to look at. Let's take a look at the water vapor satellite imagery view across the CONUS region. Get a broad brush overview of things. That trough that's encompassing most of the west and central U.S. It has actually been doing a great job in breaking the ridge, beating down the ridge here in North Texas, but we're still in dry air for really much of today. But the temperatures don't really reflect that. Arlington 74, DFW 71. Wow, look at that temperature difference right there. But I do expect us to warm to the at least upper 80s to probably even the low 90s. If that happens, then I think today might be the last 90-degree day of this year. But on the convective outlooks, no thunderstorms expected for our area today, but we do have a marginal risk for parts of the Midwest extending down to the Texas Panhandle, the northern Texas Panhandle. Average rain for the next 7 days. This is valid through Monday of next week. About 3/4 of an inch to an inch of rain for North Texas generally, but but this is just a broad look at things. Nothing too specific in the forecast. We can't forecast any rain amounts too specifically this far out. But out in the tropics, wow, we haven't seen this sight in a while. Nothing expected during the next 48 hours. Wow, we haven't seen that sight in at least a month and a half now. But we still have something on the 5-day tropical weather outlook. We have a broad area of it looks like a tropical low starting to form that currently only has a 20% chance of developing, but past 5 days, this could really get its act going. And this is just something we'll have to worry about with time. This is just something we'll just have to look at. But let's go to the model output. This is the GFS, the O6Z run, valid today at 1 o'clock at 500 millibars. Deep troughing in the west, bringing rain and snow for that region. And down here, we expect to stay dry, partly cloudy and still warm, with highs in the low 90s, like I mentioned. Tuesday, the Gulf moisture starts to return. That means the idea of scattered showers and storms during the overnight and Wednesday morning hours start to return. Other than that, expect partly cloudy conditions. Again, highs in the low 80s. So Wednesday we trend drier, although we could see a few scattered showers and storms by the morning hours, still making for a wet commute. But I think after the afternoon and evening hours we start to trend drier again. Highs in the mid 80s. Thursday, clouds continue to stay here. Again, highs in the mid 80s. Friday we trend sunnier. Saturday, here's the weekend. Not much to say for the weekend. It's really the same weather. Here's Saturday, and this is Sunday. Here's a week from today, Monday the 9th of October. Again, ridge in the central and really the northern plains down to Midwest. We're suggesting a potential pattern change, and down here, I think we still stay drier again with highs in the upper 80s on Monday. And here's the end of the forecast period on Wednesday, the 11th of October. A trough in the Great Lakes, ridging still trying to develop in the west, and down here most of the CONUS is dry. Again, for us, highs only in the low 70s. But here are the temperatures for the next 10 days. Here are the temperatures for the next 10 days. I strongly believe that today might be the last 90-degree day of this year. If not, then that may be Sunday. But early as next week, we start to trend drier, with highs only reaching down to the mid to low 70s for early next week. with lows even reaching down towards the low 50s for early as next week. That's it for the Texas weather discussion video for today. I'll have more notes in the blog. The next video here by 7 a.m. tomorrow morning. If you can, catch your local TV stations on the air at 4, 5, 6, and 10 o'clock. Thanks for watching. Make it a great day and Godspeed.